Hey everyone, so I did a video on my retirement planning channel about Medicare disadvantages. Well, Medicare advantages should really be called Medicare disadvantage, which I stand by. I like Medicare supplement plans. But what do you do when your client comes to you after watching a video like mine or many others on the Medicare supplement kind of space, right? Where we tend to talk about how Medicare Advantage does have a lot of disadvantages. So that's where you have to get onto a personal level. I have talked personal, meaning that the person you're talking to, they have to make the decision on whether or not it's good for them to sign up for a Medicare Advantage or Medicare supplement. This is why all my Medicare Advantage clients are happy, because they know what they're getting into. But if you have a client who has a concern and you talk to them about how expensive it is, or all these other things, those are your opinions, right? So as an advisor or as a consultant, we have to fish out their opinions. Because if you tell them, I'm going to give you a good example of something that fortunately I have never ever ran into, but I would hate to have to. Okay, so imagine you tell your client that yes, a Medicare supplement plan G is like $150 a month plus the Part D plan. It's going to be at least $30 to $40. I mean, that's almost $200 extra per month that you have to pay. $2,400 a year. That's a lot of money, right? And they agree with you. They don't say it, but they agree with you. And then they get a ridiculously expensive bill from an out-of-network provider because they had to do surgery at an out-of-network hospital just because they had to. They had no other choice. Or they were at an out-of-network hospital. They had the service provided there, but then they were medevac to an in-network hospital, which then they had to pay the medevac fee plus the in-network inpatient hospitalization fee on top of their ER fee. So let's just all round it up to, let's say, $2,400. And now they're looking at you and saying, well, I could have paid $2,400 in premium and not had to worry about all this, getting my Medicare plan to do all these things. Like what? What's up with that? You should know that being the consultant, the professional, that these things can happen. And now it becomes your fault. So I sell both Medicare Supplement and Medicare Advantage. I lean toward Medicare Supplement plans because to me that makes the most sense, right? We all come through things from like our worldview and what we, our experiences and how we are kind of prefer things to be. That's how personally I would prefer things to be. It's just like my stock trading. I prefer to stock trade instead of passively invest, because I believe that the era of passive investment is over, and there's no way we can just throw money in at the market and then everything just go up. That has, to me, has ended. I could be wrong, but that's my personal point of view. For people who are buying a Medicare plan, it's their health plan. It's whatever their point of view is. If they believe that they can get more out of the Medicare Advantage plan than they could off a Medicare supplement plan, that is their belief and that is what they should do. If, though, it's your belief that they should get into the Medicare Advantage plan and they get screwed over, or in the other side, if they get into the Medicare supplement plan and they're overpaying, that's your belief. They will blame you. But if it's their belief, they have nobody to blame but themselves. And this is what true decision making looks like. So if you are watching, or if your clients come to you and they say, hey, we saw this video from so-and-so on YouTube, or we saw this informational thing from this guy and he said these things about their plan, your job as a consultant is to fish out what they really want. What is it that they are what is their core question? Because their core question or their core concern isn't that, or it usually isn't that people in the industry are trying to screw them over. It's really what's best for them, right? So peel back those layers, get those people out of the way, get the blame out of the way that they're pushing onto other people, and figure out what they really want. then you can have a successful long-term relationship with the client who knows that you are truly doing what you're supposed to do, what is in their best interest for them. All right, so you guys have a great rest of the day. AEP is still nicely up and running. I will see you folks in the next video. Do good things. Bye-bye now.